the Dow Jones and ES futures and Euro USD review. I'm going to go over what went down since Wednesday night into Thursday morning and CPI. Honestly, the levels were outstanding, and I'm really proud of what we're working on here. So let's get right into it. The last video I mentioned, we had a great failed breakdown in the morning yesterday, and then a second opportunity to get in there later that afternoon. That was important because when you see action like this, it's usually basing to go higher. It's accumulation by big institutions at a major level here, clearly. So that worked out awesome. Then what we had above was a resistance here. You can see we tagged it around 12 o'clock. We had sold from there initially in the morning, and that was what I was looking at as the reclaim level. And then the levels below would be more like dip and recoveries and failed breakdowns. So for example, initially I had this has a failed breakdown, maybe at this low, and then this has a failed breakdown of this low, depending on how low we were able to get. If we didn't get to down to either of these lows, then you're looking at a dip and recovery of this level. So let's say you start here, you sell down, maybe tag this, and then recover above, you could go long. So what we did end up doing was on the open yesterday, we kind of just went below a little bit, undercut this level, and then went up. So not much of a position was available there. And we came back to test this resistance all the rest of the night into the late hours, into the morning. So that worked out like it was supposed to. Good price action. And then we reclaimed it finally around 6 a.m. That went exactly level to level and hit this other resistance above. You can see we sold from there and then sold back down. So that's great price action. Then let's get into CPI. So our initial CPI reaction went up and down, which is very typical, tagged this level, and then we started going back up. When I noticed that, I realized that if it could close above this reclaim level, and I'll put Rex here just to remind us, that I will go long. It would be kind of like a little dip in recovery, and that is very bullish in my eyes. And lo and behold, that's exactly what we got. We tagged this level, reclaimed this level that I was looking at as a resistance, and then from there we are up now almost 40 points. So Dow Jones, you're paying good attention to the levels. I love it. My targets above are 46.30, so we're about 30 points away from there, and I do think that we will potentially get there today. So that's Dow Jones. Levels were awesome. Going over ES real quick, just want to kind of see what happened overnight as well. So late last night, we set a little failed breakdown of to Tuesday lows. We went long around this area, and that was that. Afterwards, which there was not much else to do. Then overnight, we got a little mini failed breakdown of the evening low. That worked out great. Afterwards, which we just went up to this resistance and kind of sat there until CPI. We sold down, undercut this low a little bit for a little bit of failed breakdown. Not ideal because there was another low right here, but nonetheless, if you wanted to, you could have taken that maybe up here once this minor level cleared, and that ES is now working on its way up as well. If we get a pullback, a failed breakdown of these lows will be awesome. Maybe even a dip in recovery of this area. That's all I can really see right now for ES. Now finishing with Euro USD real quick. We had an awesome setup here because patience pays, and also understanding to be a little relaxed with your stop loss, meaning maybe sometimes don't set it. You're better off being around to at least witness what's happening and then clear out a position when it makes sense. So anyways, there was a low set here that was pretty much the best low that we could work with. These cluster of lows that set the new high for September. We undercut that today twice. That's a classic setup by ES, Euro USD, and Dow Jones. Specifically Dow Jones and Euro USD, where we undercut it here once, came back up, and we undercut it one more time to shake out any people that are already long, try to get them off, and then we took off. So that's just a classic setup. There's a failed breakdown of this low right here that was set earlier. It was a failed breakdown of this cluster of lows. Whatever way you want to play it, there's a lot of ways to go about it. And then we are now currently up over 60 points from this general reclaim area. So all three tickers doing awesome right now. Let's go to a 2 hour chart real quick, kind of just see what the bigger picture is here. Looks like we're trying to break out of this bull flag again, maybe target some highs up here, and I think Euro USD is ready for takeoff.